Uh, Today we are going to see standard 10 science and the biology part, and in that chapter 6 life processes we are going to see what the circulatory system, right? Circulatory system means the circulation which is taking place. Now in circulatory system the blood is running throughout your body, right? And today we are going to see the circulation in humans, that how the circulation takes place in humans. So first of all we are going to study the human heart in detail. That means the internal structure of the human heart and how the blood is running in the body, right? That is two types of bloods are present, right? When we are intaking oxygen, that is said to be the oxygenated blood, and whatever carbon dioxide is being produced by our cells, that is ejected out, and that is said to be the deoxygenated blood. So first of all we are going to see few terms of related to the human heart, and after that we are going to study the internal structure of the human heart. So first of all, human heart is 4 chamber, right? There are 4 chambers which are present in the human heart, and those are 2 atriums and 2 ventricles, right? The upper 2 chambers are said to be the atrium, or the singular form of that is atria, and the second, the lower 2 chambers are said to be ventricles, right? So now we are dividing this human heart into 4 chambers. So if we are, if you can see the figure that here the 2 portions, the upper 2 chambers are said to be the atrium. As this is present, your left hand side will be the right atrium of the figure, right? That means this portion is said to be the right atrium and this is said to be the left atrium. Same way the lower 2 chambers, that is these 2 chambers, I have colored one blue and the second one pink. The blue color is said to be the right ventricle, the pink one is said to be the left ventricle. Further we will see that why I have drawn with different colors to make you understand that which are the different parts of the human heart. So the main chambers are the upper 2 atriums and the lower 2 ventricles. Next is there are few blood vessels. Now 2 types of blood vessels are present, arteries and veins. Arteries always carry the pure blood, that is oxygenated blood. I have already written here oxygenated means that type of blood which is containing what? Oxygen. Second is deoxygenated blood, that means that type of blood which is containing CO2, that is carbon dioxide. Now oxygen is very important for each and every cell of your body, right? So for this reason when we are talking about oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, the oxygenated blood should reach all the body cells, and on the other side the deoxygenated blood from all the cells should be carried out to the heart for the removal of the CO2. Okay. Now this blood vessels, arteries always carry oxygenated blood, and the second veins, they always carry impure blood, that is deoxygenated blood. Next is there is presence of different valves. 2 types of valves are present in the human heart. First is tricuspid valve and the second one is bicuspid valve. Tricuspid valve is present on the right side and bicuspid valve is present on the left side. These 2 of the valves prevent the backward flow of the blood. That means if once the blood is entering inside the atrium and when it is poured down into the ventricle, from ventricles the blood cannot be reach back to the atrium, right? So here what is the function of the valves? It is to prevent the backward flow. Next is, I have already written here, arteries carries pure blood, veins carries impure blood. So this is the important terms which is related to the human heart, and you need to understand and you need to mention all these terms when you are writing the internal structure of the human heart. Now coming back to the term, that is internal structure of human heart, I have drawn this figure in your textbook. Another figure is also been given. If you are familiar and if you are easy to understand this figure, then you can draw this figure also. Now first of all I will make you understand that why I have drawn and how I have drawn this, right? First of all you have to draw this way, and see I have made and I have drawn all the things with different colored chalk sticks, right? Why is it so? To make you understand the different parts of the heart. Now starting with the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava, I have drawn it through with a blue colored chopstick because it depicts that the blood is impure. That means the blood is containing what? CO2, and that CO2 needs to be ejected out. So first of all from the superior vena cava and from the inferior vena cava, the superior vena is going to collect all the impure blood from the upper portion or the upper body when the right atrium is pressured upon the blood, what happens? The blood from the right atrium enters inside the right ventricle. And how it enters? This valve, which is like this, it opens due to the pressure, and when it opens, all the blood from the right atrium flows into the right ventricle. When the blood passes from the atrium to right ventricle, again the valve gets closed. So when this blood which is present inside the ventricle does not goes back to the atrium, right? So this is the function of tricuspid valve. Next, when the right ventricle, see now right ventricle is containing what? Deoxygenated blood. Now what happens? This circulatory mechanism is being linked with the respiratory mechanism, and now how? Now we are going to see. From the right ventricle, what happens? With the help of the pulmonary artery, right? I have written here pulmonary artery. We have seen here that artery always carry pure blood, but here in this right ventricle, which type of blood is present? Deoxygenated blood. So what happens? This is an exception, that this artery, only pulmonary artery is the artery which is going to carry which type of blood? Deoxygenated blood. This deoxygenated blood through pulmonary arteries, this two types, it splits, and through this two of them, both of the arteries, pulmonary arteries, they open inside the lungs, where the exchange of gases takes place. Means we have already inhaled what? O2, right? And this blood is containing what? CO2. So this blood containing CO2 goes to the lungs, where the lungs has already got enough rich amount of oxygen. So what happens when this CO2 blood enters inside the lungs? What happens? The diffusion takes place. That means the exchange of gases takes place, and how? The CO2 from the blood goes to the lungs, and the O2 which is filled in the lungs, that goes into the blood. So now the CO2 which is present in the blood goes into the lungs, and the lungs which is containing oxygen goes back to the blood. Now this blood which was deoxygenated, as the removal of CO2 took place, what happened now? The oxygen has added, so the deoxygenated blood is turned over to the oxygenated blood. So now the blood is pure, right? Now this oxygenated blood again comes back to heart, right? And that comes back through the pulmonary veins. I have shown the arrows inside the blood, inside the heart, right? So this pulmonary veins from both the lungs, what happens? They contain what? Oxygen, and deoxygenated blood through pulmonary veins. Again this is an exception. I have written that veins always carry impure blood, that is deoxygenated blood. But here what happens? Again this is an exception, that this pulmonary vein does what? They carry oxygenated blood. So there will be two exceptions, one for the pulmonary artery which is going to carry impure blood, and the second one will be the pulmonary veins that is going to carry what? Oxygenated blood, that is pure blood. Now this pure or the oxygenated blood through pulmonary veins, they open into the left atrium, right? Now when they open into the left atrium, what happens? Again the pressure will be occurred, and due to that the two flaps of the bicuspid valve opens, and when it opens, the blood from the left atrium goes to the left ventricle, right? Now when the left atrium pours its blood to the left ventricle, again the bicuspid valve gets closed, and when it gets closed, what happens? The blood which is present in the left ventricle cannot go back to the left atrium, right? So this left ventricle blood now is ready to send to all the body parts, as now this blood is containing what? Oxygen. So the same blood which was containing CO2 over here, that goes back to the lungs, gets oxygenated, and then it comes back again to the heart in the left portion, and then from the left ventricle through the main artery which is known as aorta, it is sent to the different parts of the body, right? So this is the whole human heart, where we have seen, whenever I have shown white color arrows, that is depicting the deoxygenated blood, and whenever I have shown yellow color arrows, that is the oxygenated blood. So the mechanism, again the two systems are working together. The first one is respiratory, the second one will be the circulatory. The blood which is containing deoxygenated, that is the CO2, that is going to come in the which part? Right side, right? And it goes back to the lungs. What it does is the exchange of gases takes place, and when the exchange of gases takes place, what happens? the deoxygenated blood is converted into the oxygenated blood. Now this oxygenated blood comes back to the left portion of the heart and again got through the left portion through the aorta, it is sent to the all body parts. So I hope you are very clear with the human heart and internal structure, right? If you want to draw this figure, I can keep this figure in picture also, and I will keep it in the group so that you can easily go and draw it well. I hope that you write all these notes, and when I'll make you understand in different way also. In your textbook the different figure is also given. If you are familiar with that, you can draw that also. The figures and the labelings are same as the textbook only. Okay. So I hope you are clear with the term, and next time